Hey guys, Zug here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Hot Wheels Battle Force 5 Fused fusions that they did. Now, these are in the 1:43 scale, so they're a lot bigger than the diecast, but a lot smaller than the figure cars. But what's cool is these are the fusions that weren't made into the figure vehicles, like the Skyknife and Smash Claw. And very fortunately, not only do I have them loose here, but I also have them sealed. So we're going to just take a quick look at them at the boxes first, and then we're going to take a look individually at each vehicle. So let's jump straight to that. So as you can see, these fusions came in really nice packaging. Now, these things were really rare to find at some point. I know it's a dead horse at this point. BF5 merch, rare, really? What a surprise. But these guys were generally quite rare to find. I'm just going to pan the camera up a bit so you can see. But especially boxed. And it was quite funny. Fairly recently, it kind of gives it away, a lot of old factory stock came out. Now, members of the Hot Wheels Discord were aware of this for quite a few months, but what no one really expected was these guys and some of the figure vehicles started popping up in dollar stores in America. I know it's specific states they were only in. It was a very specific chain of dollar stores, but one of our members got quite a few of these. I bought this lot here from the online auctions that were done. I got them for really good, so it's quite a good thing because these things have went from being quite rare to quite common. You can find the full set on eBay for $20-$30, which is pretty good for any fans of the show, and considering how old they are, they're basically mint. But yeah, it'll just getting into the box. You can see the vehicle here. This is Sonicslash, and the main difference between these and the released ones is minor stuff here, like this logo here for the Cartoon Network. These were most likely going to be the USA versions of the releases that never got released. So this is all the old stock from that, because they do differ slightly from the regular boxes. I will try and find an image to kind of compare it up here. If I can't, I'm sorry. But these are slightly different just in wording. It's very similar to what happened to the diecast as well, but on the back you can see a little blurb here about the characters. So you've got Stanford and Vert here. Vert leaders is he's the leader, fastest driver on the team, brave, smart, and always cool. Ooh. Stanford here, charming, smooth talker, and claims he's from British royalty, of course. And then you've got a little detail here about the actual Sonicslash. So primary vehicle, 3 chainsaws that you never see, and can use the sonic weaponry system from the reverb. Overall, pretty cool. Moving swiftly onto the Rigsaw. Again, same deal here. You can see the actual Rigsaw, Vert and AJ Dalton. And then on the back, same bio for Vert. And then AJ Dalton's type is different. Upbeat, charismatic survival expert who gets along with everyone. Canadians. He's a master of all terrains, always ready to help the team. Sound. Saber and Gear Slammer obviously make the Rigsaw, which is a super speed slicing with industrial strength mauling power. Ooh. And now the Shockblade. You've got Tez here and the Wheeler yet again. Tez's description reads, intense, ultra-focused scientific genius and expert in electromagnetics. And then the Saber and Splitwire form the Shockblade, which is a multiple attack modes with the ability to transfer between bike, trike, and car. What? Okay. And it's got razor sharp front and sides. Ooh. Now you can't see it because it's a very obnoxious sticker, but you can kind of see it. Well, you can see the tip of it there. There were meant to be a Skyknife, a Smash Claw, and a Shatterbolt. Skyknife and Smash Claw aren't that big a deal because we got the figure ones, but a Shatterbolt really sucks because that car never got anything besides the McDonald's toy, but maybe it's for the best because the Shatterbolt kind of sucks. But anyway, that is the box versions of these guys, and now we're just going to jump straight into the actual toys. Starting off with the Rigsaw here, as you can see, it's really nice. There's nice tread details here, and you've got really nice metallic paint, so it helps it shine. You can see the drill bit on the front, more of the like chainsaw details here. And these vehicles do have a gimmick. They do indeed have a gimmick. Not special, but you know. Here's the bottom here, not as nice with the screw holes, but you can see how the treads move. There's just mini wheels on each side. But the gimmick of the Rigsaw is this cockpit here is basically a big button, and when you press it, there you go. So the drill opens up. And this is kind of accurate because at this point the drill would cut into things. You can see this being done when they cut the Magmatrox's horn, well, attempt to. But it's a cool little gimmick. I'm glad they stopped sacrificing accuracy for really dumb gimmicks like they did with the figure vehicles, because this one's pretty harmless and it still looks good either mode. I prefer having it like this because it is a lot more accurate to how it is in the show, but this mode's fine too. But overall, Rigsaw is pretty cool. Moving on to the Sonicslash, in my opinion the best of the three. Again, really nice paint all the way, metallic paint here for the cockpit. The wheels are really nice as well, very accurate to how they are in the show. And the nice rubber wheels as well. Yeah, we'll go with rubber. Now this is similar to the Sonicslash in the show. It is dual purpose, similar to the Saber, so it can drive that way. It doesn't look very pretty, but it still works. And it is very similar to the gimmick of the Rigsaw. This cockpit is a big button, and when it's pressed... Oops. Oh, the button's here, my bad. So the button is here, actually. But when you do press it, you can see it pops open, which is quite cool. I'll just do it again a lot more cleanly. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Obviously, in the show, the guns would pop out of these parts here. And you can see the chainsaws here. Now, the chainsaws are quite weird because they are part of the model in the show, but there's only one time you'd really see them. So in that scene when they dig into the Blue Sentient Cave, they are there, they're just hidden by the VFX. There's a video that did show that. I'll have to see if I can put it in the corner, but it's kind of funny. But again, it's very similar to stuff like the Skyknife's like launching gimmick, which wasn't really in the show but must have been planned. But yeah, Sonicslash is really nice. So we'll move on to probably the worst one, the Shockblade. This thing's kind of a pain. There we go. Yeah, visually it's not as nice as the others, I guess, but they didn't really have much to work with. Mine is missing a piece, but it's nothing crazy. It's just this flap would open, revealing the electric weapon here. But the whole gimmick of this thing is, obviously it can kind of roll like this, but it can roll on its side, like in the show, which is quite cool. But what you can do is you can twist it, which is pretty cool. So you can like do whatever you wanted. So you could have it like this if you wanted, and roll that around, or you could have it on its side like this. So it's quite clever, the gimmick. It's just the way it looks isn't the best. But I think that's just the problem with the Shockblade in general. But it is pretty cool. You can recreate some of the cool stuff it did, like when it ran on its side during the Coliseum game. So you could be like, you know... But overall, this is probably the weakest one, but it's still great that we still got a toy of it, because without these little guys, most of the fusions wouldn't have came through. Now, it is a shame Shatterbolt, that was it. Shatterbolt never made it, because that would have been cool. But there is the McDonald's toy, so I guess if you really wanted to, you could use that. There we go. It's not perfect, but it works well enough, I suppose. So there are the sort of full version of the team. That's pretty much all the fusions. So I guess in a way we did get all the fusions, even if this one was the Burger King one. McDonald's one even. But it's a nice little set. But even without that guy, these three are really nice. And now is probably the best time, if ever, to try and grab them, because they're a lot more commonly available now. They're very cheap, and they're a really nice set to have, whether you have them in the box or you open them for display. But that's everything today, guys, and this is Zug signing off.